Hi, I'm Nathan Sawyer. I'm doing my presentation on Lego, specifically in the educational world. Now, why did I choose Lego? Well, if you can see around my room, I'm a bit of a Lego nerd. This just didn't come from some childlike desire. I was actually introduced to Lego through this program that I will be talking to you about today, which is the first Lego League. So, benefits to the first Lego League. Let's just talk about those. It's going to cover across three domains, which is physical, cognitive, and social emotional. The physical domain's benefits are fine motor skills development, increases spatial awareness, and that's it. The cognitive development side would be constructive problem solving and lateral thinking, adventure and experimentation, and better creativity and imagination. And then the last two benefits are social emotional teamwork and communication, and then patience and organizational skills. That could also be cognitive development. So, first of all, Piaget is the psychologist I decided to focus on. In robotics, we use a lot of his adaptation, specifically with assimilation and accommodation, along with equilibration, equilibrium, disequilibrium, when it comes to programming the robot. Part of the program for the first Lego League is that they give us all the Lego that we need to recreate this obstacle course that's going to be at the competition. Our job is to take the robot that they give us, to design it, to add things onto it, and to program it so it can accomplish as many of those tasks in a timely manner. That's how we get points, and that's how we win at the competition. So, a lot of this is adaptation. We have these existing schemas for the robot. Let's say that we have a program for the robot to push a box a certain amount of feet. We would probably build some sort of bulldozer mechanism in the front, just something that would keep the box steady as the robot moved it across the field. And then the robot would be programmed to go forward, hit the box, and continue to move it to where it needs to go, and then go back to home base. If we needed to move another box, we'd probably use that existing schema, maybe adjust it a little bit with the timing or whatever, depending on where the location of the box was, but we'd use that existing schema and grow off of it. Now, accommodation, we would have to then, the parts where we would have to accommodate is the timing, the turns, where the next object that needs to be pushed is, and just some trial and error. So we have the assimilation with existing schemas, and then we have to use accommodation to adjust the robot's techniques and programming to accomplish multiple different tasks. Now, equilibration. The students will remain in equilibrium if they're able to use existing or pretty similar existing schemas to new situations. Now, disequilibrium will come when a new challenge arises. I remember this one obstacle that we had to figure out for the robot. The robot had to move a clock hand so that the time read 1:30. That is a lot more complicated than just pushing boxes. And so this would send the students in disequilibrium. This is where we would then have to go back to what can we assimilate, what existing schemas can we use to assimilate into this program, if any. And then how can we gradually accommodate to that schema over and over until we can find a way to get this robot to turn that clock hand to 1:30. We might have to go through a numerous amount of tests and trials with the programming, with the design of the robot, with any add-ons that we would need to put onto the robot to be able to turn the clock hand. Okay, and so the physical developmental domain, obviously it's the building process, building the course, building the Lego, building the robot. That's fine motor skills. That is the physical development domain that is being increased throughout this experience. The cognitive is focused on the project part of Lego robotics, which is every year there's a theme. It could be world hunger, it could be poverty, it could be clean drinking water, saving energy. The team is supposed to come up with a solution for one of these problems that is the theme. So this helps students kind of grow from their concrete operational stage into the formal operational stage. This club is for middle schoolers. They should be at their concrete operational stage by now, which is purely just thinking about logic and limited reasoning to concrete and real life situations, which is fine when trying to think about what is a world life problem. Those are concrete real life situations. This is where the project and the program really pushes the kids to formal operational stage, when they have to think about abstract ideas. What is the possible solution that I can do? On top of that, they then have to do research, talk to professionals in the field if they can, come up with a presentation and present it at the contest at the at the contest at the end of the year. So not only are they focusing on the physical development of trying to figure out the robot, making it do certain obstacles, there's also a cognitive part of the program, which is actually trying to research and better the world with a specific problem and come up with a solution and present it at the competition. The last developmental domain is social emotional, and that's because this is a team, this is a club. During a team, you have to identify what others are feeling, develop the ability to cooperate, show empathy, use moral reasoning, and it's also going to develop relationships. You need to be able to communicate with your team what you think the robot should be doing, how do you think this project should be going, talk with them about researching, discuss different topics, discussing different presentation techniques, working together to design the robot to help make the robot better. There's just so much that needs to be done team-wise. So that definitely develops the social emotional side, being able to work with other people on multiple levels. So why do Lego robotics? Well, the team and camaraderie. I made a lot of really good friends doing that, and you're doing something that you all love, hopefully, together. Problem solving, making the world a better place. You're also thinking outside the box. How can I make a solution that no one else has thought of before to fix this big global issue that we are trying to focus on? And then building Lego. There's nothing that beats building Lego. So that is my presentation. That is the first Lego League. I hope that you enjoyed it. And that's it.